In this video, we pay respect to law enforcement everywhere with two classic castings. Hi everybody, and a warm welcome back to Maple Leaf Customs in Switzerland. I'm Andrew, and on the bench today is a pair of police cruisers. One is a 1:69 scale Matchbox Ford Ltd, and the other is a Hot Wheels with a metal chassis. I got these in a mail call from longtime friend of the channel, Gaahleri in South Dakota. I've already done a couple of cars from that box, and I've got another one on the calendar. Guy requested that I do up a couple of these as local law enforcement vehicles from his town and county. One is going to be a Rapid City Police Cruiser, and the other is for the Pennington County Sheriff's Department. Happy to oblige, Guy, and thanks for all the cars you've sent, as well as for your longtime support of my channel and our online friendship. The Matchbox has a plastic chassis, blue glass, and this very unique two-piece light bar up top. I'll have to take the rivet out to get at that. All white plastic interior, needs a good brushing up. And the original wheels come out easily from the Matchbox suspension, but I can do better than this. So I'll store these for a future project and put some fresh rubber on. Here's the Hot Wheels casting, and there's a couple of differences between them. A different light bar, also blue glass, but that one's pretty rough. I like the tan interior here. I think I'll keep that color. It's a metal base. That's the main difference. I'll have to grind out the axles to release those wheels. It'll be interesting to see how they both respond to the paint stripper, because the Hot Wheels is a premium casting. They normally have a little more robust paint job. But they both surrender without too much struggle. Fueled by coffee, I can proceed to the other workbench and do a little bare metal detail. Because there's two castings in this video, I'll jump back and forth between them. You do your best to keep track of which one I'm working on at any given time. A rub down with 4/0 steel wool finishes up both of them. The gendarmes in Quebec are making a bold fashion statement. Here's what you can look forward to over the next couple of weekends on my channel. This is a vintage, hard to find Aviva casting. This T2 panel van will get made over in a Jägermeister livery. The Four Horsemen theme for the end of the month is Mopar, and I got a classic monkey mobile to do. All good reasons for you to get subbed up right now. It doesn't cost you a thing, and I thank you. Happy to report I've never seen the inside of a police cruiser. I've got these both taped off to do the classic black and white paint scheme. This is Vallejo Premium Black acrylic paint. And a Gaahleri airbrush. This is a GHAD 39 with a 0.35mm needle, 28 psi on my compressor, which lays down a beautiful paint job. Today's community shoutout goes to Diecast Chasers, a brand new channel. The first few uploads included my all Porsche Invitational and a Four Horsemen build-off, so I locked in right away. And you can get in on the ground floor too. Hope you will, so we can pump up those numbers. As you can see, I changed from 2 black and whites to one of them being all white because Guy sent me some pictures from his hometown, and these are the cars I'm going to try to replicate from the Sheriff's Department and the Rapid City Police. I had to make my own decals, although I was able to find the badges and the stars online, and I think I came pretty close to the fonts and colors. So I'll start with the black and white. I use a little micro set on the casting, which has been clear coated since the paint job. This will make the decals slide around a little bit better for me. That's important because I use the thinnest water slide decal paper that I can find, and they'll bunch up easily. For me, a wet paintbrush helps smooth out the wrinkles, and then I carefully squeegee out the air bubbles from underneath with a Q-tip. My decaled cars always go into a food dehydrator, not the kitchen one, just for my hobby room. That ensures that they get properly dried out, which is essential before the final clear coat. Police cars are great for putting my build number right on the roof like that. 911 emergency and a ghost white decal on the rear quarter panel. This is the Sheriff's Cruiser. I'll wait till those decals are dry before I trim away the wheel well openings. Only the Hot Wheels chassis, being metal, needed to sit in some CLR to get rid of some limescale. An abrasive wheel attachment helps. And then I use a polishing compound. Now I do have Flitz, got it on eBay, but AutoSol is a local brand. It's twice the size tube and 1/3 the price. It does just as good a job. Make sure your rotary tool is set on the lowest possible speed and with a felt attachment and about 3 minutes of work. Keeping the tool moving so you don't burn the compound. And a quick rub down. You'll have an almost new looking metal chassis. Pretty easy. Because of the age of these castings and the fact that they were well played with, the windshields required some attention too. Again, I'm showing you the process on just one of them. I actually start with 800, 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. This is a laborious process. I keep the glass wet. It's a light touch. Finesse is preferred over brute force. And the final application is this plastic polish, again with a Q-tip. After all my hard work, scratches are gone, but it's still a little bit hazy. That's why we use some Pledge Revive. It's floor polish. Dip the treated glass in there using some tweezers. Make sure any little drips come off of the corners. Cover it up and leave it alone. Overnight minimum. Hey, proof of what we suspected all along. Time for reassembly. The Matchbox is all done up, clear-coated and glossy. There's the refurbished glass with that very interesting 2-piece red and blue light bar. Must have been for color reasons. I cleaned and resprayed the interior, kept it all white. A new set of Samed wheels, real rubber on there, and a little bit of detail on the undercarriage, not much. I re-chromed the front grille and the rear bumper. And watch how fast I can put this together. I used a Bondic resin pen to permanently affix the glass to the roof on a rivet. replacement screws, not too tight. It can chase down the bad guys. Exact same process for the Hot Wheels reassembly. There's a nicely refurbished glass. That had a lot of scratches in it. Kept the tan interior, just gave it a good washing up. And the refurbished metal chassis, identical set of Samed wheels. I used some super glue and baking soda to hold the axles in place. And I'll fast forward through the reassembly process again. To be perfectly honest, there's a little bit of rub on the front tires. They do move freely, but this one's not going to be a high-speed pursuit cruiser. Let's have a closer look. The black and white came out beautifully well. I do like the decals and the way they very closely approximated the pics that Guy sent to me. I did my best on those. I'm sorry that Matchbox put blue glass in this one, and it is a plastic base, but it cleaned up very well for a casting of such old age, as did the Hot Wheels. Little cleaner look for the Pennington County Sheriff's Department. I'm also happy with the graphics of this one. It's not absolutely identical, but as close as I could get them, Guy. I hope you're pleased too. Kind of a rough-looking pair back in the beginning. But as always, there's great potential in these old castings. Here's a new set of cruisers for the police and sheriff's departments. Police cruisers have always been popular toys with the kids, as they are now with adult collectors. Thanks again, Guy, for sending these to me. I made a couple of custom acrylic display cases so I can pack these up and mail them right back to you in Rapid City, South Dakota. For the men and women in law enforcement everywhere who serve and protect, respect. Thanks for visiting my channel again today. I invite you to leave your respectful comments below. Drive carefully and watch the speed limit. It's coffee and donut time.